Podcast ini bisa disimak di kbrprime.id dan platform podcast lainnya. Kali pertama saya kenal dengan orang yang saya ajak ngobrol ini kali dari karya-karyanya di DeviantArt. She goes by the name of Momo Milk. Kemudian saya tahu namanya Dylan Sada, photographer, artist, singer, songwriter, model, and beautiful human being. Sekali waktu, Dylan pernah mewawancarai saya untuk blognya Extraordinary Earthlings. Sekarang giliran saya yang nodongin pertanyaan ke Dylan yang baru pindah ke New Orleans. Via Skype, saya ngobrol bareng Dylan perkara media sosial, her past relationship, arti rumah, dan keluarga baginya. Sebagai catatan buat pendengar, dalam episode kali ini mengandung konten atau bahasa dewasa. Jadi kalau belum 18 tahun ke atas, segera matikan atau pindah ke episode lainnya. Anda mendengarkan Love Buzz bersama saya, Asrul Dwi.
Love Buzz, membicarakan perkara yang tidak dibicarakan ketika berbicara perkara cinta.
How do you holding up over there?
Well, I'm jobless, like a lot of my friends. We don't have jobs. We don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we can't leave our house until the end of April. Scary, man.
Sekarang tinggal di New Orleans kan? Apa sih yang bikin Dylan memilih New Orleans?
Jadi aku kalau bisa jujur, the reason why aku pindah ke New Orleans is because kedua kalinya pacar aku arrested. Dia masuk penjara because of the domestic abuse. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't do it anymore because it's just so toxic, you know? And then aku selalu pengen banget ke New Orleans because New Orleans is incredible, okay? It's the raw energy, the genuine kindness, the history, the people, the music. And setelah dia di penjara kedua kalinya, I was like, I need to get out of this house. So, aku beli tiket. Terus aku cuma jenguk New Orleans and I fell in love. I fell in love. I've never seen a city anything like New Orleans. And then I was just randomly, yaudah coba lihat-lihat apartemen, lihat perumahan di sini. And I applied to 3 houses and the first house that I applied to, they accepted me. Mereka terima aku. I was like, maybe this is a sign from the universe that I just need to get out of this toxic relationship. And then that's it. I put all of my stuff in a U-Haul truck and I drove across 11 states.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just me and my dog. It was the worst 3 days of my life. Do you know how hard it is to drive with all of your stuff, that everything, and then across 11 states? Yeah, but it was worth it. I love it here so much.
Kan kental banget sama voodoo. Kayak Indonesia juga nggak sih? Kan Indonesia kan kalau yang klinik-klinik gitu kan.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. New Orleans is incredibly superstitious. Like the whole part of America is not superstitious, but New Orleans is.
Are you a superstitious person?
Yes and no. Kayak for example, okay, kalau aku nonton film horor gitu di Amerika sendirian itu nggak apa-apa ya. Kayak I'm not scared. If I got at home Indonesia, I'm like fuck that shit, hell no. It's so scary because the aura is different. Because I've met a lot of Indonesians here, and all of my closest friends are in New York. They're Indonesian. Like, yeah, babe, banget kalau di Indonesia tuh kita takut, tapi kalau di sini enggak. But yeah, I'm still very superstitious. Indonesia is fucking scary, man. I'm sorry. Like, there's so many banana here, and I'm like, I'm fine. But it wasn't even.
Nggak ada kuntilanak kan, meskipun ada pohon pisang ya.
Jangan dong. Jangan dong, atuh teh. I know.
Pindah-pindah ke banyak tempat gitu selama I don't know, 20 tahun terakhir mungkin atau 10 tahun terakhir ini. Punya alasan khusus nggak sih, Dylan, yang bikin kamu pindah-pindah?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's partially because of who I am. Aku nggak bisa tinggal satu tempat terlalu lama. It's just who I am. I'm always nomadic. Because, for example, my whole family back in Indonesia they're all religious. And since I've been traveling since I was very young, it made me change my perspective about religion. It's because I've met so many people, so now I'm 35, and they made me realize that religion it's no more like it made me think like all you need to do in life is just be good to one another, be kind to one another. I believe in that. I believe in karma and just science. Fuck yeah, science. But yeah, and it's got me addicted to it because the more you travel, the more you get vulnerable of who you are, the more you realize like shit, there's so much for us to learn by meeting people. It's like when you travel to another country, by eating their food, you get to know who they are, this country is. It's pretty much like that. And I've just been obsessed with it to learn like on other humans or other people's their own culture. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed. I've been only in New Orleans for 4 months and it's so much to take in and I want more because it's so nice to be able to just like move and feel and understand. It helps your soul, And that's why I'm always obsessed with moving around.
Tapi nyari sesuatu yang spesifik gitu nggak sih ketika pindah ke satu tempat gitu?
Of course. For example, aku pindah ke New Orleans because orang-orang di sini tuh sangat bebas ya. New Orleans is probably one of the most open states in the US because they're open about their sexuality. They're open about what their jobs are, sex workers, and I'm always pro on that. And yeah, and I loved it here because for example, okay, I've been in New York since 89 and everyone is sangat tertutup ya. And nobody here has asked me, so Dylan, what do you do? And it's so refreshing. I hate that. Every time I'm in New York, it's like either you talk about the weather or there are small talks, And here, it's so refreshing. It's really refreshing.
Aku sempat baca di sebuah wawancara, Dylan bilang, I love Indonesia, but I never felt I belong here, gitu ya. Kenapa ngerasa kayak gitu?
I think it's because of the reason, kayak the year, because I'm gay, And when I was there for probably even 6 years ago, it's not as open.
You mentioned that you're gay, but what does it mean? Artinya apa sih buat Dylan?
Gay is just, for me, it's just you love people for their personality, not their gender. Kamu suka sama seseorang bukan berdasarkan their gender. I've been gay since I was junior high, and it's been really hard. Even my closest friends, they make fun of me, and it was really hard growing up. That's why I moved to New York because nobody fucking cares.
Waktu di Indonesia dulu berarti sudah melela atau coming out?
At that time, it was like early 2000. I mean, yes and no. Like certain people think, oh, you're gay, that's cool, but they're still question it, Even my mom, I haven't told her that I'm gay. Like my mom's been through so much. Like I don't want to add additional stress to her. I mean, just me being her daughter, I'm sure that's already stressful.
Are you the only daughter?
I mean, from her and my real dad, yeah, I'm the only one. And then she divorced and got married, and I have 7, I think, stepsisters, stepbrothers, and 1 half brother.
Indonesia banget itu ya.
Banget coy. But it's cool. Like being gay is amazing. I mean, if you can think about it, like it's so hard to choose a gender because both genders are so beautiful, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
There's this term pansexual, right?
Yeah, pansexual means that, you don't claim to one gender, yeah. They both mean the same thing, queer and pansexual in some way. Queer is just more what the millennials call.
Social media is a big part of your life, or am I wrong?
Yes and no, yeah. Yeah, I had a little quick break from social media and it was really amazing. It took me like a year because I was going through a lot. And then when I got back to Instagram, I was like, whoa, what are all these filters? Like, technology, everyone's so creative and I love that. That's the side of that I like, that pushes people to be creative. But yeah, I'm hating on it now again because I've noticed since I got back on Instagram, I'm like always on it. Like sometimes I'm just really high and I'll read and I'm just like on my Instagram when I'm not doing anything. I'm like, whoa, this is really wasting my time. Yeah. It's a love and hate relationship, definitely.
Kemarin kenapa memutuskan untuk jeda menonaktifkan Instagram?
Because honestly, kayak aku ngerasa banyak banget yang follow aku dan setia since, Facebook. And I feel like I wasn't giving them anything. Aku nggak post anything, compared to other people. Like I wasn't posting anything. I was so boring. All I post was memes because that's how sad my life was. And I felt like, okay, nah, dude, I gotta take a break and focus on my life because my life is a mess. And I stopped. And the reason why I got back to Instagram because I moved to New Orleans and I've seen so much beauty. Like I wanted to share with everybody. Like I've never been in a city where it wokes me up. Like shit, life is great, life is good. Like fuck people in New Orleans. They went through Katrina in 2005, and look at them now. They're thriving, and it's all about community, and it's all about human connection. And that woke me up. And then I just like I want to share this to people that how beautiful the city that has gone through so much, and that's why I'm back.
Waktu itu kan juga sempat berbagi gitu ya soal kekerasan yang sempat alami. Boleh cerita nggak sih apa yang terjadi dalam hubungan itu?
It's really rough. I mean, aku sama dia 4 tahun. No, 3 tahun. No, I think 4. I loved him so much. And it's just I don't even know. It's this is the first time I've talked about it actually to someone after what happened. The reason why I shared it because I know that because I'm Indonesian, and Indonesia is like the number one Muslim country in the world, and I know it's like basically it's male derived, right? So I just want to let people know that I'm fucking sick of this, that it's been happening to me, and I wanted to share it because you give so much love and then you get hate and hurt, and then I wanted to share it. And if anyone is ever did see that, I want to know that they're not alone, that the shit happens and you can't stay quiet, you know?
Waktu itu sempat balik lagi gitu ya sama...
Yeah, that's why love is so hard, because I think the reason why it's because it's my fault. I always forgive them. Kayak aku selalu memaafkan mereka karena mereka bilang aku akan jadi lebih baik, you know? And it's hard when you love someone so much. It's like love is a curse and a blessing, you know? And it's my fault that this all happened because I keep forgiving him. I keep telling him, maybe, okay, you can change. But no, that was just time that happened. It was, I thought I was going to die, you know? And I need to fucking wake up. And I felt embarrassed that I went back. But people don't understand how complicated these kind of abusive relationships are. Kayak aku sebel banget kalau dengan orang bilang kayak, oh, just leave him or leave her. It's not that easy, because there is emotional. And he just texted me that he graduated from anger management, because I told him, I'm moving to New Orleans. Please just take some anger management because I don't want you to do this to other people. And he did. He took anger management and he graduated. So that's good. It's really, really complicated. It's really hard to just explain it to someone why you go back to someone who's done something like that. Maybe I just have so much love, but also then maybe I just hate myself so much because of all the trauma that's had happened since my dad, you know. I'm just so used to being in pain and hurt that I'm just always used to that. That's why I moved here. Now I have a new chapter. And I was just literally talking to my best friends before we spoke. And I told them, like, Dylan, why are you just let love happen? Be happy. Like I told them, like, it's so hard. I can't be happy anymore. I'm so used to being miserable.
Is it hard to see yourself as a victim when you are in that situation?
Yes and no, because yes, I was a victim that night because everything I did and everything I said and wrote was true, nothing added, nothing less. But it's partially also my fault because I keep forgiving him. And then in some way, I'm going to tell you something really honest that I've never told anyone, okay? When I took him back, things got really bad because nobody really changes. People evolve, you know? It's like it's like your tiger stripes. You're born with it in some way. And then when I went back with him, you still have all of those grudges. And then he didn't really change. And then the second time he got arrested, I was like, fuck, this is my fault. I took him back and he didn't change. And he's so mean to me that I wanted to kill him. But I don't want to go to jail because of him. I don't want to fucking lose everything that I've worked on my whole life. So then that's why, like, okay, we need to end this. Because I thought that by taking you back, you would change and you didn't. So at least I tried. That's why I left to New Orleans.
Itu yang waktu itu bikin Dylan nyadar bahwa harus keluar dari hubungan ini gitu.
Yeah, of course. I left home. I mean, New York was my home. And that house that I was with him, I put so much love into it, but it's not worth it anymore, you know? So I left.
Kalau bisa balik gitu ya ke waktu itu, apa sih yang mungkin Dylan pengen sampaikan ke diri Dylan sendiri mungkin waktu itu?
That's a really complicated question. Can you just ask me again?
If you could turn back time, or maybe you had a chance to talk with yourself at that moment, at that situation, when you're in that toxic relationship, what will you say to Dylan at that time?
Damn, bro. Dude, what's that? Oh, damn. No one has actually asked me that before. Oh, fuck. If I can tell myself, honestly, I would just say, fuck. Yeah, let me just think about that. Let's just ask another question.
Okay, I will come back to that question, right? Ya.
Okay.
Pengalaman itu bikin Dylan punya perspektif yang berbeda nggak sih tentang
Of course.
hubungan gitu?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Setelah insiden aku tinggalin pacar aku itu karena kedua kali dia masuk penjara, so I moved to New York, right? And this was like the second month I was there, and I met my friend who is now my best friend. And then kita di sini, this is like a whole party life, right? So I met him at this party. It's a really fancy party, and then let's go back to his place, with me and my friends. And saat aku ke rumah dia dengan pacarnya abis berantem banget, yang very violent. Kayak mereka berdarah gitu, Beb. Aku langsung kayak, maybe this is the universe telling me why I should be here. Jadi aku langsung comfort dia. Aku bilang, I just went through what you've been through. I don't know why I'm here. Maybe the universe told me to come here. But what you're going through right now, if I can tell you, be honest, just leave it. Get out of it. Because I've been through that. And if I can tell myself, I would have left it since the day one, you know? And then he did. Mereka akhirnya putus. Dan sekarang dia okay because of that night that I told him. I'm not kidding, babe. He's my best friend now. And I think I was there for a reason because I told him, like, it hurts now, but if you leave this relationship now, there's no more pain. I promise you that. I don't want you to go through what I went through. And they did. They broke up.
Kalau ngelihat kembali gitu hubungan waktu itu, ada hal-hal gitu nggak sih dalam hubungan yang kalau dilihat balik lagi kayaknya hubungan ini bukan hubungan yang sehat sebenarnya karena cinta gitu tadi.
Yeah, cinta is cinta, but I absolutely saw that it was going to be toxic since day one. I'm going to be completely real to you because I have nothing to hide. You know, everyone's battling a war. You know, we all have trauma. We all have wars that we're battling. And for me, for example, why I have a lot of tattoos, because it stops me from cutting. And since I stopped cutting, and if I don't use that, I do a lot of drugs. I'm going to be completely honest. We're all human here. And then when I met him, he was exactly like me. He just got from out of also an abusive relationship. I've just got out of an abusive relationship with my marriage. And we're just these two souls that are hurting. And then we met each other and the chemistry was amazing. We both realized that we're not good with each other, but we're human, you know? We need love. We need compassion. We need all that. And we were together and we both have vices. We all have, and then we met and then it was just trouble since the get-go. I don't know if it has to be with my zodiac. I'm Gemini. I'm very flirty, but I'm not flirty, but that's just who I am. I'm very nice to everybody, and that's why people get mixed emotions from me. And he's a Taurus, which is always very to himself. I know. And then he hates that. He's like, you fucking hoe. I'm like, I'm not a hoe, bitch. I'm just very friendly. Okay. And then it just spiraled. And yeah, it just became a hot mess. Yeah, it's been a problem. That's the thing about us humans. Sometimes we see the problem, but we don't fix it. But we just go through it. That's my tip to everyone. If you see it in a problem, you should really communicate because communication is everything. If I can give any tips, if you see problem, you should address it right away. Because if not, then it'll just escalate. You know?
Nyadar itu kan sulit banget sebenarnya. Kalau kita nggak pause.
No, if you don't want to.
Why do you think that some people don't want to see that?
Because you don't want to face the truth.
Reality is harsh.
Yeah, it is. Especially now, that's what's happening. It's, I don't know, this is probably off topic, but I was literally on the phone with 5 of my friends. It's really scary what's happening, you know? I can just sense it in their tone of voice. They're scared. We're all stressing out.
Kan tinggal jauh dari keluarga, tapi di tempat-tempat yang baru atau di tempat-tempat yang sempat Dylan tinggali. Dylan ketemu dengan keluarga yang baru gitu nggak sih? What does family means for you?
Is this a subject now about family? I'm going to be completely honest with you about family. Are you ready for this?
I'm all ear.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something. I have a very small family in Indonesia. I'm going to be fucking real. I love my mom. She's everything to me. But everyone else, they're fucking assholes, man. I'm sorry. It's like, I don't even want to go in depth, but since my grandparents died, my mom's sisters are fighting over the house. And it makes me really sad, Our family is small, but why are y'all fighting with each other? You should just actually love each other. And this hurts to me to hear all of these stories from my brother, who's 12 years younger than me. And I'm just fucking struggling right now and working hard for my mom. But if anything else, my other families, it's mean. You always hurt people you love the most, but fuck, dude. And to be able to choose your own family since I moved to New Orleans and New York, it's everything. My friends are my family, and I'm so blessed that I've been able to, get a new family here. And now since the pandemic, everybody has moved away. It's really, really sad. But yeah, to be able to choose your own family, chosen family, your friends, it's a blessing. Because I don't know if anyone's listening to this, but our own family, our blood, mine is not as great. Well, I'm really shitting on my family. They're gonna hate me even more. Oh my God. Okay, can I tell you something while I'm on air? Yo, I've always been the black sheep in my family because I came out from New York and I'm always so outspoken and different, covered in tattoos. But hey, I was not the one who got pregnant at 17, bitches. Okay. Dylan is good. No, seriously though, what? My family loves to hate me because I'm so different. But fuck you, dude. I've been very responsible.
Tapi itu yang bikin malas balik ke Indonesia gitu ya?
No, I would love to. I love Indo so much, dude. But it's just gimana ya? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever asked that yourself? Asked it all. It's Indo, they love to gossip. Even my friends here, yo, kita ngumpul yuk di Starbucks yuk ngopi-ngopi canda. I was okay, what do you guys want to talk about? All right. What else are we gonna do? I love my Indo friends, but it's just they always love to gossip and shit. And sometimes I'm not for that.
Pada satu saat kan dia akan berhenti dan menetap gitu, mungkin di satu tempat nanti gitu. Itu mungkin terjadi atau mungkin balik lagi ke Indonesia kan, menetap di Indonesia, atau you see yourself starting a family, have kids maybe.
Every time, okay, I'm 35 years old. Okay, my whole life I was in a choir. And when I was young in my choir, kayak atas-atasan aku yang umur 35, I call them tante. I'm 35 years old now. And I don't see myself settling down. I think it's just because where I am in America. I don't know. And every time a guy starts dating with me, baby, do you want to have kids? I'm I have kids. I'm good. I don't want any kids. That's what my mom is Mama nggak akan dapat ini grandkids karena kamu, Mom. You have another son, okay? No, but honestly, since I've been through so much love and hate and love and pain, whatever, but you don't know. That's the thing about life, man. You don't know where life takes you.
Apa arti rumah buat Dylan?
That's the thing about us as human beings. The one skill us jadi manusia itu we adapt. That's a skill that we're blessed to have, that we adapt. It's and you can call anywhere home as long as you're comfortable, really. And if we don't, we move. If we have the chance to, we move. Yeah, for me, honestly, even though I'm 35, and for young people may think that I'm old, but for me, it's just the beginning. I don't know where I'm gonna really pitch my tent. I don't know yet. The world is so big. The world is so massive. I haven't even explored Europe. I don't know.
So but, is that your next destination then, Europe?
It's always has been, but it's just harder because I've always had dogs with me, and they're like an anchor. Yeah, but I'm moving to Berlin next year.
Oh yeah, I love Berlin.
Yeah, you do? Yes.
Are you still take photographs?
No, I haven't.
How so?
I haven't. Can I be honest? Because maybe this might be an excuse to some people. It's but since the really hard relationship happened, it dies out all of everything, I wasn't creative at all. That's why I deleted my social media for a year, because I wasn't creative. I just don't feel like anything. I mean, shit, if you go through that kind of heavy shit every day, it takes a toll on you, That's why I moved to New Orleans and I'm free now and there's no excuses. That's why I deactivated my Instagram, because I just wanted to share it to people. Yeah, I've been taking pictures. I'm getting back on it. I saved a little money to make my studio here. It takes time, People heal and, with their own time. I'm getting back on it.
Subjek yang lagi di foto apa?
People. But I'm actually working on my jewelry. I've been working on that for 2 years now. Yeah, I've been because my whole life, my family are all in music. So I
Mhm.
always like the challenge. Like I don't know anything about making jewelry and I love the challenge because I'm really shitty at it. But then just watching YouTube videos makes me learn. So yeah, I'm working on that. And I'm
Hmm.
getting back to singing again, which is great.
Kalau modeling gitu masih juga.
Yeah, Masi. It's because you know how black people don't crack, Asian don't raisin.
Mhm.
People don't know I'm 35.
You can easily say that you are 21 or 19 ya.
Maybe 28.
Waktu itu sempat difoto sama Ryan McGinley kan?
That was a long time ago.
Can you share the experience? Dia salah satu fotografer favorit sih.
Yeah, of course. He was doing what Ryan McGinley emailed me. He was doing a project called Yearbook. So he basically I think it was over 20 more than people. So he just took pictures of people. So I was the first one to come to the shoot, and I have to be naked.
Yeah.
Trust me, I am so comfortable on being naked. Okay. For me, the body is beautiful. Like, honestly, right now, I want to take so many nude pictures before I turn 60 because, when gravity, takes everything down. So, yeah, I'm so comfortable on being naked. And I was just there naked in front of Ryan McGinley, and, like, probably there was, like, 7 people on the set. But then he had, like, one girl who kept talking to me. Apa sih sebutannya kalau bahasa Indonesia ya? Kayak yang bikin semangat gitu, kayak bikin nggak malu. She's just there to like talk to me and make me not be nervous. But she made me more nervous than anything. It's like, yo, I'm ready to fucking pose naked for Ryan McGinley. Like, why are you talking to me? But then she was so sweet, but then it was just so awkward. But yeah, fun. He was so sweet. And then we talked after the shoot. Turns out we have a mutual friend. It was fun. I really like
Sempet
working with him.
kepikiran tentang gimana orang-orang Indonesia kalau ngelihat ini gitu, keluarga di Indonesia.
Okay, now that I'm 35, that shoot was probably like at least like 7 years ago or something. For the longest time in my life, I've always been worried about what Indonesians would think. And I'm really getting tired of it because Indonesians, they're so deprived from all sexuality because they are the number one Muslim in the world. But like, dude, I've seen my mom's phone, okay? It's all, I don't want to say it, but it's... It's a lot of sexy things, Mom, okay? I'm pointing my fingers on you, Mom, okay? So I'm like, oh, stop it. To me, the body is a beautiful vessel, and we shouldn't be ashamed of showing it as long as it's not any intentional, like, wrong being. Like, I'm naked and I send it to your husband. That's different. I'm just naked for art, and I think there shouldn't be any problem with it. If you don't like it, then unfollow me or just be on your way.
You seems like you have so many friends, but sometimes if you're in a new place, it's only natural if you feel lonely, right?
Of course, of course.
Selama ini gitu, pernah nggak sih selama tinggal jauh dari keluarga merasa kesepian gitu?
Oh my God, I feel lonely every day. Sekarang kita chat sebagai teman ya.
Okay.
I just got out of my relationship and I moved to a new state. That I've always been in New York my whole life, and being in a state is like Louisiana is completely different. And of course, I'm lonely. That's the thing about us being as human beings. We get lonely. And kayak di tempat tidur aku sekarang ada cowok umur 21 tahun. He's 21. Age has nothing to do with it, but it's like I get so lonely and I need like this comfort, and he's there for me. And I don't know, but kayak dia pengen banget pacaran sama aku, but I'm like, yo, who really wants to be in a relationship in this fucking pandemic? I don't know, I just always push people away. But yeah, definitely, we always get lonely. It's hard. I'm always by myself since I was 19. It's hard. Even in New York, for example. You're surrounded by millions and millions of people, but New Yorkers are the most loneliest people on earth, I swear. Kayak nggak ada kebersamaan seperti di Indonesia gitu kan. Kalau di Indonesia selalu kayak ngumpul-ngumpul yuk, makan-makan, and we don't do that here. That's why I always still love Indo, because kebersamaan, that's something that no one can ever take away from us. Kebersamaan kita tuh kuat banget. Oh, jadi kangen Indo.
Ada rencana balik ke Indonesia?
Honestly, if this all goes okay, yeah, definitely. Soon. I miss my mom. I need to check up on her.
You mentioned that sometimes you need a person to comfort you. Sudah siap untuk menjalin hubungan lagi kah gitu atau enggak dulu?
I'm not ready anything because I'm just not ready. It takes time. you know? Like, I don't want to ever get married again, ever. Because it's in America, so I think it's different than it is in Indo. Like, okay, I'm going to be real. All of my friends who are married, or all the stories, like, they all cheat on each other. They all have affairs. I was like, what's the point of getting married if y'all are cheating on each other? So I hate that. And then divorce. Okay, I'm an adult now. I'm going to tell you, divorce in America is very expensive. It is very expensive. I spent almost like 10 grand to just get my dog back. My ex-husband had my other dog, which is Tank's twin Lennon. And I told him, like, I want both dogs. And he was like, no, let's talk to it in court. I'm like, you want to spend so much money? And then, yeah, he was like, yeah, okay. And then he got married and then had a baby, and the wife didn't like my dog. And he put my dog in shelter. You know how mad I was? I was fighting for my dog. And now you put that dog in shelter? Dude, I was never that angry my whole life.
Waktu itu apa yang bikin Dylan pengen nikah? When you're
I was
30,
in love.
right?
No, I was 24. I was young and I was in love. Because yeah, the marriage turned sour, but when I met him, he was incredible. He was so smart. He graduated college when he was 16. And I'm always interested. I always love people for their like intelligence over anything. But then he wanted a baby and I don't want it. I was like, there's Tank. It didn't work.
Oh yeah, I need to get back to the previous question. Kalau bisa balik waktu gitu ya. Apa yang pengen Dylan sampaikan ke diri Dylan waktu berada di dalam hubungan yang toxic gitu?
If I can talk to myself, I would say like, Dylan, learn to love yourself until you fully healed and then accept love. At that time, I didn't know. And right now I'm still struggling with self-love. I think that's my only tip, because we feel empty. We have this void in ourselves that we think that other people can fill it. But no, the actual is that we have to fill that void with loving ourselves first. And that was my mistake. And I wish, like right now, I'm still struggling with self-love. I envy that. I envy people who love themselves, and I'm learning. It's okay. I'm a slow learner, but at least now it's like self-acceptance. It's a big step to accepting. Yeah, self-love is so important. I haven't loved myself in a long time. 35 years of my life. I'll get there. There's no time limit, you know. It's all good. Don't ever compare yourself to others, because it makes it harder.
But social media makes it hard, you know, to compare yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, since I have my social media back, like I'm going through hell right now, and I post myself being happy, and it's lies. And I kind of want to stop doing that, like showing people I'm happy because I'm not, you know, and I hate that.
Tapi kadang jarang banget kan orang mau ngelihat itu di sosial media gitu. Kalau kamu lagi sedih atau lagi nangis gitu-gitu.
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, I did post that video when I got hurt, because I was so mad. I was so fucking mad. I just wanted to feed people, because before that incident actually happened, I've been getting a lot of messages from people about, I have so many emails coming into me. I'm going through this and this and that. And then that happened to me. I'm like, holy shit, I gave you all my love and all my trust and all my energy and my time, and you did this to me. You felt betrayed. And I'm just like, fuck you. And the only reason why I posted that, I wanted him to see that state that I'm in. I'm so hurt. I felt so betrayed. So much, actually. I spent so much money and love to make that happen. And he did that. And yo, bro, you make me cry. I'll kick your ass, dude.
I'm sorry.
It's been a while.
I mean, sometimes we need it. Sometimes I do cry without any reason.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. But it's okay to be vulnerable. We're human. I should stop acting so tough and just be honest to myself. I guess that's, if I can give any advice to anyone, just like be honest to yourself. Like, how are you feeling? Like, speak it out loud. Tell it to yourself. Like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? What do you want to do? That's what I've been practicing and exercising in myself. I sit down, meditate, and I tell myself, how are you feeling today? What do you want to do? It's been really good.
So you meditate?
Yeah, I actually have. Since I moved here, I meditate a lot by myself. Just practice the art of breathing. It helps. Because if you think about it, you just hold your breath for a minute and you're like, oh shit, I'm going to die. So just practice breathing. It's been helping me a lot.
This is last question. Arti cinta buat Dylan apa?
After everything that happened, cinta itu benar-benar kayak kamu, you give. Cinta itu menurut aku, it's like it's giving everything. Like, you don't care, you give your heart, and you want them to be happy, and you want them to succeed. And if you see them happy, you're happy. I think that's what love is. It's in some way being selfless. But love to me, it's a gift, because love to me is like the closest thing we have to magic, because there's no magic. And I think love it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But everybody in this whole world wants to love, wants to be loved. But I don't think everyone can actually handle it, because it's a lot, you know? It comes with a lot of compromising, but you shouldn't compromise a lot.
You don't have to lose yourself when you're in love.
No, you shouldn't, although we all do tend to sometimes.
Kalau punya saran, komentar, atau ingin berbagi cerita, boleh banget email ke podcast@kbrprime.id dan tulis love buzz untuk subjek emailnya. Meski kadang gak gampang, jujur terhadap diri sendiri mengenai apapun yang kita rasakan, entah bahagia, sedih, marah, atau perasaan lainnya, itu sih memang baik adanya. Entah lantaran ke bawah suasana sekarang, sejujurnya saya lagi banyak kepikiran tentang rumah yang dulunya pengen cepat-cepat saya tinggalkan untuk mencari rumah lainnya. Tapi mungkin ada benarnya juga kalau ada yang bilang, sometimes the heart take or need a long way home, even if it's slow.
Love Buzz, membicarakan perkara yang tidak dibicarakan ketika berbicara perkara cinta.
Kunjungi kbrprime.id untuk menyimak beragam podcast lainnya dari KBR.